Judges across America are on pace to clear a record number of cases. But the court system is still bogged down by a massive backlog. Nearly 1.3 million asylum claims are still active. That's among more than 3.5 million immigration cases. Let's bring in Alfonso Aguilar. He's the director of Hispanic engagement at the American Principles Project, who previously served as chief of the U.S. Office of Citizenship. Alfonso, thanks for joining us this afternoon. I want to get to these latest numbers here. These are case closed by immigration judges during this administration. You had about 19,786 in 2021, coming in the middle of the pandemic, really. 74,000, 139,000, already at 103,000. Is the system designed for this?
No, never. Our system was never created, set up for this massive amount of cases. We're not going to have enough judges to adjudicate these cases in a timely fashion, and that's part of the problem. Our system is overwhelmed. Migrants know this. They know that this administration is going to allow them to enter the country and remain here indefinitely before they see a immigration judge. Plus, they also know they can apply for asylum and remain here and get a work permit. So basically, the Biden administration policies are have created this massive flow of people. And as I've said, we're never going to have enough judges to deal with so many cases. Our system is based on the rule of law. We need to ensure that we secure the border, that we don't allow so many people to enter irregularly through our southern border.
So for migrants who crossed the border this morning and declared asylum to Customs and Border Protection, how long can they expect to wait before they even get a court date?
Oh, it can be years, but some apply at the border. Some may be allowed in because the administration says that they don't have enough detention space to hold them, so they release them into the community, and then they could later on within the country apply for asylum. That's why you are seeing an incredible spike in asylum cases. Of those 3.6 million cases in the backlog, 1.3 are asylum cases. That's a historic record. That's over 33% of current cases are asylum cases.
Do you know how many migrants who claim asylum are actually showing up at these court dates that they get?
Well, for asylum specifically, I think most are. Others who are not applying for asylum, there's a large percentage that are no-shows, that are not showing up. So it is concerning. I mean, and this is without considering the so-called getaways, those people who are not detained by the Border Patrol who are getting in. So we're receiving a large amount of people irregularly, and there's just no way for immigration judges, but also for our communities to be able to integrate them in an orderly fashion. It creates all sorts of problems.
You mentioned those got-away numbers, and here's what we've got from Customs and Border Protection. There was about 387,000 of them in the 2021 fiscal year. The year later, we were up to 606,000, 670 the following year, and already at about 175,000. What capability does the federal government have to monitor who has gotten away and where they're going in the United States?
Very little. The Border Patrol is overwhelmed in processing cases, in processing people at the southern border, so they can't do their work of interdiction to ensure that fentanyl doesn't come into the country, and they can't do their law enforcement work of actually identifying people trying to cross illegally. So the entire system, from the enforcement aspect to the adjudication system, is overwhelmed. And people know it. That's why they keep coming in. The only way we can stop this is by reestablishing some of President Trump's common sense border security policies, continuing to build a wall system, reestablishing the remaining Mexico policy, and actually reviewing our asylum system to ensure that we elevate the standards so it's not so easy to game it.
Yeah, the White House, a spokesperson, commented on this story to Fox Digital and basically said the administration spent months negotiating an agreement with Senate Republicans here that it would address a lot of that. And the only reason Republicans said no to it is because they thought it would help former President Trump's election chances. Does Congress need to get involved here?
No, that's absurd. The administration has all the mechanisms that they need to fix this right now. If they had the will, they could fix it. They could fix it in a matter of days if they wanted. This is just an excuse because they know the situation is out of control. We have a national security, humanitarian crisis at the border, and they're trying to blame Congress for what clearly is their responsibility. Let there be no doubt, this administration created this massive flow of migrants that we've never seen ever, and this crisis at the border.
Alfonso Aguilar, thanks for joining us this afternoon.
Thank you.